Hey y'all, it's JorGoGo again, and I wanted to tackle something real quick because it's been a hot minute since coming out with a video, and my next review episode, being on Just Cause 3, is taking a lot longer than it should. So apologies in advance if this isn't as edited or full of funny ha-has as my usual videos, but that's what my review episodes are for. I recommend looking into those if you want some spice in your life. Plus, Elgato was acting up and like 3 of my gameplay recordings are somehow broken, but they play just fine on my video player, but that means 6 valuable hours down the dumpster, just like that, and that intro took way too long to draw, and I want to scream until I puke on my lungs! I digress. Back to video games. So while the review for Just Cause 3 is still in the works, I wanted to cover an interesting topic while it was still fresh on my mind. It's bizarre, it exists, and it's something I sort of predicted. Let me explain. I made a video a long time ago about the possible decay of physical games. I talked about how digital titles are at its peak more than ever before, and most major titles require patches via the internet, and how the internet is becoming more and more required to even play some of these games anymore. Now this video is super duper old and I'm not too proud of it, but if you want to see it for yourself, or you want to get a tad bit more what I'm going off on, or if you just want to make fun of my voice, that's fine, whatever. Either way, you'll find the link down below in the description. But if you don't want to look at it, I honest to God don't blame you. Long story short, physical games aren't exactly going anywhere, but digital counterparts are becoming the more favorable option. It's easier to manage, and we can buy and start games with a simple push of a button. With that being said, the internet is more massive than ever before. We hear a lot about this PC master race, and you know, the truth hurts. Most of these gamers use Steam to purchase downloadable games on their computers. Also, games and our save data is automatically stored in our platform accounts and in our cloud storages. And what do these things require? Internet! But in today's day and age, the internet is becoming something everyone has access to on our phones, tablets, computers, TVs, and even refrigerators, which I don't understand. So it goes without saying, online entertainment is booming. Like, really booming. Look at that boom! Which does explain the changes in the gaming industry. With the online-oriented culture we live in now, change is inevitable. Along with gaming, streaming services are also another form of entertainment that's completely taken over. Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, these are fastly becoming the source of all of our movies and TV shows. And then there's cable TV in the corner gasping for what oxygen it has left in its tank. So, going on to this video subject, imagine someone taking everything I just said and personified it into a console itself. That console goes under the name of Google Stadia. Google's attempt on joining the gaming industry because of course they are. They tried phone plans. They tried home security. They tried social media, which fell hard, by the way. So of course they want to cash in on something that's big. Video games. So, what is the Google Stadia? It's the Netflix of gaming. Sorry, that was easy. But hear me out here. It is 70% right. I'll explain. It's a video game streaming service that offers online-only games that you can play on almost any device. Your TV, your phone, computer, or your tablet. So, in a sense, it works like Microsoft's Xbox Game Pass that offers a plethora of games through servers. You can play these games either through the console or a computer, which, along with PS Now, is the Netflix of gaming. By the way, all of these games are ready for you. You don't have to download them, just boop them right up, all for a monthly cost. So why aren't y'all bringing up that? And I guess the Nintendo Switch Online counts too, but that's stretching it. So basically, Microsoft and Sony offer their gaming platforms, but also streaming services as an option, while Google Stadia is that option. It is a gaming streaming service, and only that. It's not exactly a bad thing, and its premise I think is pretty cool. Playing all types of cool games on any device you want. Sounds like a cool idea on paper, but when executed right, it will just be the bee's knees, let me tell ya. Why should I play the 5-year-old MKX mobile game when I can play the grand spanking new Mortal Kombat 11 right on my phone? Why should I play the Pocket Edition of Final Fantasy 15 when I can play the legit Final Fantasy 15 on my tablet? I mean, yeah, you still have to pay for these games unlike these guys, but my point being is that you can play these high-budget games on these tiny little devices. The option's there, it's possible. And that's rad. And the concepts of video game streaming and taking games wherever you go is not new. We've seen these come to light before, and Stadia is like a mixture of these. But with something that's cool and new and different like the Stadia, comes with a lot of questions. Again, these are high quality games on already established devices. All it takes is the download of the Stadia app. So, what are the device requirements? How strong of an internet connection do I need? Also, while we're on the subject of questions, do we need a monthly membership for this? Do I need to pay for online multiplayer? Will it offer any good exclusives? These are just some of the many questions we had about the Stadia. Some people wanted to find out more and were hooked on the Stadia already. However, most people weren't interested since home console gaming on the go was already established with the Switch. And also, this feels like a really poor attempt on cashing into the gaming market. Google is a behemoth of a company, so of course they want to take over everything. It's only a matter of time before Apple or Disney takes a crack at it. And sure, it may be new, but it very much lacks a sense of identity. Xbox appeals more to the Western audiences, but it's slowly becoming the example of unity in gamers. As long as you're a gamer, congrats, you're a gamer. Everybody wins. PlayStation is the behemoth of the industry, offering banger games and IPs on all fronts. Whichever one you pick, you're in for a swell time. And Nintendo is the one that built said industry. They're universal. Anyone can jump into their games and anyone can have fun. But with the Google Stadia, it just feels there, like, hey, there's Google Stadia, say hello. It just feels soulless and bland. And with that being said, we can kind of foresee the Stadia not lasting too long. Just like Google Plus, the Stadia might have a short lifespan. But you know, I could be wrong. Only time will tell at this point. But now that the streaming service has finally made its way to the public back in November 2019, we get to finally see this service for ourselves. So firstly, what do we get and how do we get it? You go to the actual Stadia website. It costs around $130 with free shipping. It comes with a controller and Google Chromecast Ultra, along with free 3 months of Pro service, along with additional 3 months for a friend, which gives you better quality? I don't get this. What's the quality like without it? I don't know, is it just me or does that suck? But yeah, you get all this for $130, which is not that bad to be honest. I thought it was gonna be higher. And as for the game library, you can find Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Doom, a Stadia exclusive Get Packed, Final Fantasy 15, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, Mortal Kombat 11, Red Dead Redemption 2, and maybe about 10 more. I mean, there are some good games coming out for it, like Destroy All Humans, Doom Eternal, and Cyberpunk, and there's already banger games on here like Final Fantasy 15 and Mortal Kombat 11, but it's the games we probably already own on the consoles we already own, and the exclusives aren't that good looking either. I don't know, they're not clicking, they're not reasons to get the console. I mean, streaming service, whatever. This obviously feels super rushed, and Google obviously tried to put this out before Christmas time. And you and I both know what happened last time a console tried to be pushed out before the holidays. So, a short little overview. Should you get the Google Stadia, and why? For $130, you get the controller, the Chromecast Ultra, and 3 months of Stadia Pro. For your internet connection, you need at least 10 megabytes per second to get 720p, 20 for 1080, and at least 35 for 4K. There's around 20 games available right now, and more incoming, and they cost around $10 to $20 less with Stadia Pro, which by the way, the games aren't really that ambitious to be honest with you. But like I said before, you get really good games like Final Fantasy 15, Mortal Kombat 11, and a couple good games incoming like Cyberpunk, Doom Eternal, and Destroy All Humans. But they're also available on the consoles that we already own, which by the way, Microsoft and Sony does have a gaming streaming service. And I'm sorry, but they're the better deal. For just $10 a month, you can play 10 games, 20, or 30 for all we care. These companies have options, 2 ways of playing. Stadia is streaming only. 99% of gamers already own an Xbox, a PS4, a Nintendo Switch, or already on the computer on Steam. And Stadia feels like it just wants to be a part of the crowd so badly. So my point being, if you already own a current gen console, then yeah, snooze on this one. Stadia isn't worth it. At least, not yet. I recommend the Stadia if you're just now getting into gaming, if you have a very, very good internet connection, and if you're looking for something cheap. But then again, right now, as of right now, I don't recommend the Stadia whatsoever. If you're really into cloud gaming, I just stick with Xbox Game Pass or PS Now. They already have a plethora of games, and you can play as many as you want, as long as you pay that monthly bill. We have no idea if this is gonna survive or not. There is no online community for the service whatsoever. No one talks about the Stadia. The only people who talk about it is Google themselves. Because guys, ads are everywhere. They want to shove this out and make us buy this thing so bad. And I can appreciate the ads being stupid and weird, but when we keep seeing it, it just gets too much. Oh, we can play it on anything. That's pretty cool. Hey, look at all these servers. That's kind of cool. It doesn't take up any space. That's pretty cool. Start games without a download. That's pretty cool. So whether you're already or just now getting into gaming, and if you're planning on buying the Stadia, just don't. Not yet anyway. We don't know if Google's gonna add anything or change things up, but if they don't, and if they don't do it fast, they're about to get in a lot of trouble. The concept itself, it's really cool, playing on any device you want, but the execution was really poor. If you're watching this, you probably already own a current gen console or already on Steam, so this is pretty much a hard pass. Please, save your money for now. If Google really does have a vision for Stadia, then I hope to God they do something, because from the looks of it, it's on its way out. However, only time will tell if Google can take the heat. But anyway, that's a dumb boy's opinion about the Google Stadia. So what are your thoughts about it? Do you have the Stadia? What do you think about it? Do you think it's on its way out? Be sure to let me know whatever's on your mind and all your thoughts in the comments below. And be sure to like, and most importantly, subscribe. Because guys, I'm not going anywhere. You'll be seeing me again, and I only get funkier every time. If you want any more updates on what's going on, I recommend checking out my Twitter or my Facebook page. Or if you want to go the extra mile in supporting me, I recommend checking out my Patreon page or my TeePublic store for some funky fresh merch. All the links will be down below. So anyway, the Just Cause 3 review will be out very soon. So until we meet again, guys, be cool, be wild, and be groovy.